Come on, Johnny. You're talking to a grill master.
You have to know who you're talking to, Johnny. Come on, baby. I am the grill master. Today, I am. Today, in my house, okay? I'm not saying I could out grill you because I don't think I can. But I will say this: I have a busy day today. I'm not feeling the greatest. I had to cancel a meeting today, which I hate doing, but I want to make sure when I have a meeting with somebody, a future client potentially, that I give them 100%. And I'm just like, my brain isn't just firing. It wasn't firing last night when I was helping coach baseball. I gave a motivations, a little type of speech at the very end of the game, which we won. And I was like, I got lost halfway through it. I was like, I finished it up, and I'm like, I screwed that up. So it's just one of those things. I'm like, I'm screwing up talking to kids. I only imagine what I'm going to potentially do with somebody else. But the reason I say all that is because I'm the grill master. Because at 9 o'clock this morning, I was out in my backyard grilling up burgers for later tonight because I want to get ahead of the game because we have another game tonight and we got to be to the fields by 4:45 ish. And I'm like, I don't want to be rushing it too much, so I just grilled the burgers, plain burgers, as far as no cheese on them. If you want cheese, just put it in the microwave; it'll be good. And then that way, that we just have to heat them up. Okay, is that wrong? I know it's not going to be fresh and super elegant, but let's be honest. That's the shit you got to do when you're under the pinch, okay, of time. My wife's out of town for one more day. I got to make sure I'm able to take care of the two kids and feed them. Hey, you don't like it? It's not fresh off the grill? Huh? Huh? Not my problem. Here's the food. Eat it or don't. So, yes, I'm the grill master. I used to have a cool shirt back in the day when I worked at Chipotle. They had some really cool shirts. A lot of restaurants do that, by the way. I love cool themed restaurant shirts. They have like a silly saying or something. I want to say Sam's number 3 does that. I need to reach out to them. I haven't talked to them in a bit. They're good people over there at Sam's number 3. Um, but they used to have fun shirts. But like Chipotle, I think it was on the back, it said Grill Master. And I love that shirt. And I think somebody stole it. Not like it's not like I stripped naked at work. I probably donated it. To be honest, I probably got too fat for it. Let's be honest. That's what happened. I got too fat for the shirt, and then I donated it because I'm like, never gonna be a medium again. Who we fooling? Huh? How many good shirts have you donated because you're like, yeah, it's not gonna happen. That's a lot of work to get back there. Don't see me doing it. I can do it. It's just a lot of dedication. I'll be honest, real quick. Anybody out there that struggles with weight, part of the problem is not you necessarily, it's the people around you. Okay. I'm pointing the finger at everybody else. I'm not pulling the thumb. I'm not pointing at myself. I'm pointing at everybody else. Saying it's not me, it's you. If you guys want me to trim down and look fit like Hugh Jackman in Wolverine Deadpool movie, okay, I'm just saying it's possible, but everybody else has to eat too. Eat great too, or sneak off together, eat terrible somewhere else, just not in front of me. Okay, because I'm a creature of the environment. Whatever environment I'm in, I'll partake. Okay, unless it's crack, then I'm not gonna do it. But or heroin or or meth or anything, I'm not gonna do that stuff. But when it comes to food, that's I should be more clear. Okay, and when it comes to food, I'm going to partake. Oh, you're like, oh, you got like extra triple meat pizza? Sure, I'll eat like 10 slices. Sounds good. Okay. But if there's a salad there, I'll eat the shit out of the salad too. Okay? That's just the way I roll. Oh, deep fried Oreos? You want me to eat all of them? Sure, okay. I'll do it. That's on you guys, not me. I don't go out there and buy it, but if it's in front of me, yeah, hey, I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat it. Again, not my problem. Sounds like you guys. You guys are all dicks. My wife is gonna listen to this. She's like, oh, I'm the problem. Okay. Okay. Anyway. Hope you guys are having a great day. Yes, indeed, I am the grill master. I need to come. Maybe that's another shirt that we could come up with. I'm trying to come up with themes of shirts that I'm going to stockpile and then run them by a few people. And then we're going to pick some of the best ones. And eventually, what we're going to do is hopefully, fingers crossed, get some made. And depending, maybe we sell them or maybe we just give some away. I don't know. Maybe a mixture of both. I got a cool image of Sean Connery, and then I changed the color scheme of him. And then I'm gonna put something like uh ready to bang, and then it's gonna be it could be like a 4th of July one, and it could be have like a firecracker next to it, right? Something like that. That's what I'm looking for. That's the type of stuff I'm gonna be trying to do, just fun stuff. And then obviously Grill Master could just a grill with that. I mean, something that you want to wear more than just every now and then. Be like, oh, I'm grilling. Got to put my Huff Uncensored Grill Master shirt on. Don't you think that would be cool? I think so. Anyway, if you're an artist out there, you got to help me out with this stuff because I think that would be fun. I'm just going on the internet trying to steal images and then modify them so I can use them. That's how I work. That's how I roll, foo. That's how I roll. Don't be judging me, you dicks. Anyway, guys, a great show today. A lot of crazy headlines that we're going to get into, plus a little bit of sports. But remember, right now, hit that subscribe button as well as the like button. And remember, today's show is brought to you by Roof Goat USA. We're going to get into Roof Goat USA in just a little bit. And I got the goats. I got the baby goats. The baby goats. Hold on. They're too cute not to play, right? Oh my God, they're adorable. Oh, one more. We got a different one. Oh, oh my God. Oh, you're still going. Oh, so adorable. We'll get into Roof Goat USA in just a little bit. If you got a roofing issue, you need to have somebody check it out. Go ahead, contact the goat, Roof Goat USA. Go to roofgoatusa.com. But right now, what we need to do is jump into the headlines.
Let's go! Let's go! And now, here are the headlines.
Wow, science, man. Science. You got to love science. Whether it's AI, robotics, or, cloning deceased, extinct animals. It's pretty fascinating. We're living in a fantastic time for science. Whether you agree with all of it, okay, I can get. But I saw this. I'm literally like digging through a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, sometimes the websites I go to on a frequent basis, they get stuck in the same old thing. Like so and so stuck this up his butt, and then you're like, oh God, it's another something up the butt story, or things like that. Although a lot of news agencies now they're making articles out of influencer rants, and that's not journalism. Sorry, that's shit. They're like, so and so says that she drinks her own urine and it makes her feel healthy. She's a miscellaneous influencer. Let's write a story about that. No, but I do like when news agencies write articles like this. Scientists develop first ever touchable 3D holograms. That is fantastic. Really cool. Because you know what that means? Guys, you can fuck a hologram. I know. Would you think I was going to say something else? Like, oh, you can have the hologram cook for you. No, fuck that. Literally, you can fuck that. The hologram. You can get jacked off by a hologram, guys. Guys, ladies, this is breaking news. This is now they worded it like there's other obviously holograms out there that have been around. They're really 3D. This is the first ever touchable 3D hologram. And while I joke about the fact that eventually you're going to be able to fuck it, you know that that's where it's going to lead, right? It's going, the porn industry, the adult toy industry, it can't wait to get its sticky little slimy hands on it. They're going to be like, ooh, they're doing the same thing I just said. There's somewhere in some creepy, casting couch office, there's a porn director or porn empire king type of thing, sees that headline and goes, oh, first ever touchable 3D holograms? We're going to be able to fuck that. Yes. It's fascinating. If you think about that, it's kind of disturbing though, because you could essentially you could have whoever the hologram is or whatever it is, somebody could have a hologram of me, and next thing you know, I'm like jacking people off, but it's my hologram, not in like real life. But then next thing you know, somebody's taking a video of it and be like, look, it's tough. He's just jacking people off right and left. Look at him. Look at him. So these are the things that roll through my head. Sure, it's a great advancement in technology. Yes, yes. But there are downsides to it. I don't want people to be like, you look familiar because I accidentally clicked on something that shares my identity with some 3D lab, hologram lab. They're like, we're going to use your image. And I'm like, sure, that's fine. I'll take the $50. Thanks. Use my image however you want. 2 years later, I'm at a parent-teacher conference, and the teacher's like, you look familiar. Oh, my God, I fucked you last night. Wait, what? Oh, I'm not all of you. Just, I ear fucked you. Wait, what? Oh, I'm sorry. What now? You fucked my ear hole? All right. Well, that makes sense. Yeah. Anyway, so there's that going on in technology. Listen, it's science, guys. Science. You got to appreciate science. You know who we need to check in on when it comes to science? Hey, Neil, what do you think about Neil? Can I borrow some time of yours? Neil, what do you think about this 3D hologram thing that you can fuck? Okay, is that I know? Don't give me that look. Don't give me that look. What? What?
I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson, bitch.
Okay, fine. Just say I don't want to answer it. You don't have to call me a bitch. God, Neil. Neil, he's always avoiding the questions, and then he's really mean. He hurts my feelings. I don't know how they pronounce this, but it's Cosms, COSM''S, shared reality. They have a few venues throughout the United States. They have one in LA and Dallas. They plan on in 2026 getting one in Atlanta as well as Detroit. But these are really cool because they're like wraparound screens, like a theater, right? Movie theater. And really makes you fall into the movie. You're part of the movie. They are releasing this June a new version of The Matrix. The Matrix came out in 1999. When you watch it, it's still pretty badass. So I saw this like kind of preview of this scene or this experience that you would get. It's really freaking cool. Now that being said, I'm curious of it's somewhat similar, but not as grand as the Sphere in what's it called in Vegas, and they have it somewhere else too. but it doesn't seem like it's as big and fantastic as that. But still, you could be in the Matrix with Neo. Trinity. Hello, Trinity. Hi. Listen, our reality's not real. It doesn't count. Doesn't count. I think that would be cool. I wish we had one of those here in Colorado. I would definitely go. I'm not going to go to LA or Dallas. Those places are shitholes. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, Dallas. LA, I wasn't kidding. I wasn't kidding, LA. But I think that's neat. I feel like that's the next stage, the next level in the movie theater experience is AMC, guys like that, companies like that. You need to step up your game and make it a little bit more of an experience for the moviegoer. Yes, there's going to be movies where the flat screen is good, but if you have an action movie, that's what I want. I want more of an experience. So kudos to that company for doing it. It makes a lot of sense. And just imagine all these action movies that you like, or imagine like a horror flick. Not a horror flick, a horror flick. Although both of those could be good. In that type of experience. Imagine like all of a sudden the bad guy is behind you or on your side and you're like, oh shit. Oh shit. That's crazy. That's really cool. I like that. I don't like scary movies personally, but if you're going for that, that would be fantastic. Imagine also watching like a sporting event on those. That would be neat too. You'd really feel like you're in the game. I think that's cool. That's pretty cool. So be on the lookout for that. I know I have some listeners out in California as well as in Texas. If you guys get a chance to go to this in June, you got to let me know how, like, brutally honest, was it good? Like the same people that have been giving me feedback on Casa Bonita here in Denver. I was talking to somebody last night. They're like, don't go to Casa Bonita. That's what they told me. I'm not telling you to do that, okay? This is their review. I have yet to be there because I just can't justify spending that kind of cash on, mediocre food, because that's all I'm hearing is it's still not that great in a, subpar experience. So, yeah, that's what I heard last night. They're like, no, totally not worth it. But anyway, I saw this, and I'm going to read the headline, and I want to see if you have the same reaction as I did. Okay, so listen carefully to this headline. I'm going to wait a second after I say it, and then I'm going to tell you what I think we should all be thinking. Catholic school teacher in Italy fired after parents found her OnlyFans page. So, who's the problem here? Her for making money? Or how did these good Catholic people find her on OnlyFans? The parents are, let's be honest, the dads are on OnlyFans going, oh my God, that's Miss Carol. Then the wife walks by the room that was locked. And then, honey, what are you saying in there about Miss Carol? Oh, she's on OnlyFans. I mean, I saw her on the internet. Then that's how the whole floodgates open. You're sitting there judging her for having an OnlyFans page, making a living, and you're the one consuming the product. Bit of a hypocrite, are we? Come on. I think that's funny. That's not the first time I've seen a headline like that. There's teachers out there that have lost other teachers here in the U.S. that have lost their jobs because somebody found her or him on an OnlyFans. Most likely it was a her on an OnlyFans page, and then they reported it. Come on. Such a fucking hypocritical thing to do. You can't do that. Oh, I was sitting there jacking off to all my OnlyFans subscriptions, and then next thing I know, there it is, my kid's Catholic school teacher. And after I finished, I was mad. I was hotter. What does Stokely always say? I'm a raging Cajun. I'm hotter than a red pepper. No, she should not lose her job. That's absurd. Although the picture of her, she looked pretty dang good. So I don't think she'll have a problem losing her gig as a Catholic school teacher. She could still use that angle and get more subscribers, more viewers. Good for her. Make some money. If anything, now she's probably going to make more money because she got fired, and TMZ's the place where I got that article from, that headline from. Come on, that's such a bullshit thing. She's making money, and the parents of her students are the ones twiddling their twig and berries to her. And then, some dude got caught. The wife looks at the husband's search history because he favorited this school teacher's page. She's like, oh, that son of a bitch. Oh my God, I just saw her. She looks good. Better than me. That bitch. She's going down. That's absurd. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? That's such a hypocrite thing to do. God. Well, I use the service, but I don't want anybody I know that is producing it. Ugh. Those people are filthy. Ugh, ugh. Okay. Again, another one you have to listen to, and I really want to know your thoughts on this. You can send this in to me, your thoughts, DeHuffPodcast@gmail.com or at DeHuffPodcast on social media. We'll get to these responses at a future date. I don't mind revisiting this story because it's absurd. Potentially. A pregnant woman claims a restaurant, this is in Sydney, Australia, by the way, served her a salad with a dead rat. Okay? She said she ate half the salad before she noticed. The restaurant responded with a huge apology, saying that it will contact its supplier, because it must be prepackaged, pre-made salads, and get an investigation going on how this occurred. Okay, you've thought about it. I call BS on the customer. Unless it was a ginormous Olive Garden sized salad, they have that big ass bowl that comes out. Okay. Unless it's that big, which, by the way, this is at a Japanese restaurant, and usually Japanese restaurants don't tend to have gigantic fucking salads. Usually, if anything, it's a small side salad. Okay. So I'm going to just say it's a normal size side salad. She claims that she ate half of it before she noticed. Seems a bit suspicious. How would you not fucking know? You would see the tail, you would see part of the body. Unless you're in one of those restaurants that all the lights are out. You're eating in the dark to enhance the experience of the flavors. Seems a bit meaty, this salad. I call bullshit. Bullshit. And then, it's not a white rat, okay? It's not like, one of those lab mice things. It's a dark, probably dark gray, almost blackish, like mouse or rat. Bullshit. She didn't notice it when she stabbed the fork in there. She didn't notice it when she took 1 or 2 bites. She ate half the salad and then she noticed. Bullshit. Bullshit. As somebody that used to work in restaurants, I know it is a constant battle between the staff and the customers, not all customers, but a good chunk of customers that are just trying to get a free meal or potentially, in this case, file a lawsuit and get some cash, easy money. I would not be surprised if we found out in the near future that this lady was lying. I would be very shocked to find out that it was the supplier and or the restaurant that created this problem. I really can't wait to find out what the fuck happened. You tell me, do you think it's the customer telling the truth? Or is it I'll say this. Who's at fault? The customer or is it the restaurant / supplier? Which one is it? Because I don't believe her at all. It would just think about how big a rat is. The girth of a rat or even a good sized mouse. Okay. Then you think about putting that into a salad bowl. Okay. Even if it's a wide bowl, the size of that salad, and who fucking doesn't mix around the salad before you fucking eat it? Only a monster doesn't do that. Classic bullshit customer. Don't believe her. Don't believe her. I need more data to officially say it's her, but if I'm the court of law, I'm very suspicious about this. But I need to know the size of the salad, the size of the serving bowl, and the official size of the mouse / rat, whatever it is. And then we'll break it down because I call bullshit. As of right now, bullshit. Bull poopy, okay? Don't believe one darn minute that she's the victim here. And then her being pregnant, that's more likely that she's going to get money because those things carry diseases. And that, by the way, that always scared me when I had pregnant ladies come in and order chicken. Like they get a chicken burrito or a chicken bowl or something like that. Be like really making sure. Like you're always making sure that everything's the temperature anyway. But it always scared me. It's like don't order chicken, ma'am. Order steak or a veggie burrito is just as good. You get the guacamole for free on it, right? Doesn't make sense. Because just the bacteria that you can get sick so easy if the dipshit working the grill didn't cook it to proper temperature. I don't like it. So, but anyway, we got more coming your way. The sports section's wide open, and so's the mailbag. We'll get into that. But first, oh, you guys know what time it is. It's a baby goat! Oh, I love the baby goats. They're so adorable. Why am I playing goats? Because if you got a roof repair, you need somebody to check out your roof. You want to go with the goats. You want to go with Roof Goat USA. I love that. They're so freaking adorable. Those are little baby goats. What's a baby goat called? I wanted to say it's a little billy goat. I don't know. Fuck, I can't remember. I feel so dumb right now. I know what it is. I just can't. Todd, the little Todd goats. Is that what it is? No. Listen, Roof Goat USA knows everything about goats as well as roof repair. They've been in, maybe not the goat part, but they know everything there is to do with roofs. They've been in business for 23 years. They understand the headache that comes with fixing a roof. whether it's repair, replacement, insurance claims. Roofcoat USA's experienced professionals are committed to delivering reliable and durable solutions. That's why you need to write this information down, roofcoatusa.com, because when that day comes, when you need somebody to go check out your roof, you need to go with the GOAT. They prioritize the safety and comfort of your family, ensuring that your home is well protected against the elements. They're really cool too. Like they have all this equipment that they have obviously the on the roof crew, but they also have a grounds crew that's constantly going around making sure your property is well protected and cleaned up. So that way, once they're done, you don't have to worry about your pets, your kids, your family, your vehicles, having some debris out there and causing some havoc. They do a great job keeping your property safe. Like I posted that video I put it on Twitter, I posted on Facebook, and I believe Instagram, where it's them showing just the simple things that they like to do. They cover up your deck to make sure that nothing gets damaged on there. That's the stuff that they do. They go and above and beyond making sure that your property stays pristine. And you know what? This is really cool too. Roofcoat USA guarantees their work. They have a 30-year coverage from install date. That's all materials and labor for 30 years from date of install. 30 years, guys. That's a big freaking deal. For all your roofing needs, contact the GOAT, 303-495-4630, 303-495-4630, or you can just go to roofgoatusa.com. Again, roofgoatusa.com. You got to go with the GOAT, folks. Experience the Roofgoat USA difference today. So adorable. I like it. Oh, my goodness. Such a cute goat. What is a baby goat called? Baby goat is called, I'm going to feel stupid, a kid. God dang it. Duh. All you guys listening are like, you stupid moron. It's a kid. It's a kid, you dummy. I am so sorry. I have disappointed you. I am filled with shame. So much shame. Well, you know what? Let's jump into some sports.
Going deep, tight ends and long balls.
He starts to come and then he pulls out.
Oh, gross!
It's sports with the Huff.
Well, I won't get into too much of this in the sports section, but obviously tonight is the NFL draft. We'll recap it a little bit more on Monday if there's anything crazy that goes on. But to be honest, tonight it's going to be a lot of surprises. There's always going to be that one guy that you're like, dude, how did he not get picked? Or he jumps ahead and you're like, that's shocking. What did they see in him? So it's going to be a lot of drama. And I'm actually excited to watch it. It should be kind of fun. I'm focused on the Broncos. What do they do at 20? As well as where does Travis Hunter go? What are the plans for Travis Hunter when he goes to, let's say, the Browns? Are they going to use him on both sides of the ball or just one side? And which side's that going to be? As well as where does Shedeur Sanders end up? And what's the likelihood that he's going to start right away? It's going to be very interesting to see where those storylines go. Obviously, you might like another team, and you have that in your head of like, what is my team going to do? Are they going to move up? Is there going to be, see, that's the thing too. I love it when teams start trading up and down. That's fun because you're like, they got something percolating in their brains about who they want to get. So it's exciting. Can't wait to watch it. Also tonight, the Nuggets in, game 3. They got to win this one. They got to control Kawhi Leonard. Don't know how else to say it. It's just like he fucking slaughtered you guys. You got to step up your game. And Jokic is getting barbecued out there on social media. because they claim he flopped. Coming from SGA fans, that's a bit hilarious considering him and LeBron are the kings of floppage. But so we'll see how that goes. The Avalanche lost last night in overtime. That was a good game. To be honest, the Stars it was two good teams. It wasn't lopsided. Wasn't a lot of mistakes. Landeskog was out there. It was good to see. Crowd went nuts. But, the Stars just beat them at the end. It was 2-1 game in OT. It wasn't out of hand. So, the Avs, they're not done. They're not done, certainly. So it'll be interesting to see where we're at on Monday as those series continue, as well as what we find out in the NFL draft. But right now, what we need to do, jump into the mailbag.
Mailbag. You've got mail.
This comes in from James. James wrote, about the dire wolf making a comeback. I agree. While it's impressive, I just don't see the reason behind it. Do you? The reason behind it, the only thing I can think of is that the reason is because they can. There's nothing saying that they can't. And a lot of scientists, they don't like, maybe you are a God-fearing man or woman and you're just like, I would never mess with God's plan type of thing. Whereas some of these scientists, they're just like, no, come on, that's not. I don't believe in God. I believe in science. That's from Nacho Libre. You're welcome. I'm looking at it as they're not going into it as I shouldn't. It's like, well, why not? I don't see the problem. We have the technology. We have the intelligence to do it. Why not just do it? I don't think that's a good enough reason. It's fascinating. I agree with you, James, that it is exciting that they have that technology. But I feel like more and more, it's just like, but why? The only one I've ever heard, and I've told you this a billion times, the only one I've ever heard that they actually have a purpose for, a reason for, is the woolly mammoth that they want to bring back. And their reasoning is you create these woolly mammoths, and there's a certain part in the Arctic that they want them to roam, and it will help with the permafrost and keeping that compressed, which would prevent certain gases being released into the atmosphere, some shit like that, some nerdy shit like that. You know what I'm talking about? Fucking nerds, am I right? Yeah. So that's the only one I've ever. What's the point of bringing back the dire wolf, other than you just because we know how? There's no real reason. They're also going to bring back the dodo bird, which I want to say it was like 200 years ago, roughly, was became extinct due to hunting from man. Obviously, this can go into we as a human race caused the problem. We caused these animals to go extinct, so we're quote unquote trying to make good and bringing it back. Like, what is it? The white rhino, I believe, is extinct. There's a lot of animals that in certain parts of the globe where they exist, they were hunted to extinction. I mean, I in a sense I get it, but then I also, it's just like, well, where does it end? They made the woolly mouse. Do you need to make the woolly mouse? No. But it's so cute and fluffy. Oh, I like it. Oh. You don't they did that. We talked about that a few weeks ago. A woolly mouse. That makes no sense. Now, what they need to do is uh, do a woolly gooey duck. That looks like Chewbacca's wiener. Look at that! Oh my god! The gooey duck, in case you missed it, is that giant cock looking clam that is. It's probably a hefty 7 inches to 8 inches. If you slap it a little bit, it grows a little bit. So maybe it's like 9 inches. I don't know. But it also spits out water. It looks like a dick. Let's be honest. Okay. I know you're being immature about it, but I'm not. I'm just tossing around facts. That's it. Could you imagine that though? The base is only the woolly is the only woolly. Come on, that would be hilarious. And since the woolly mammoth, I guess, had kind of like reddish or orangish hair, whatever you want to say, um, it would look like Chewbacca's cock. Oh, you ripped off Chewbacca's ding dong. Oh no! What are we gonna do? Ah, I'm a child. I'm a child. But yeah, James, that there is no justification to do this for the most part, other than they can, and we know it's going to get out of hand. Somebody's going to make something they're not supposed to. And joking around, we say this all the time. I'm sure you've said it too. Are they going to do a dinosaur? If they get enough of the DNA, because when we talked about the dire wolf thing, they needed a good amount of the dire wolf DNA. It's not like from a little smidge or a tooth. You need a significant amount of it so you get all of the DNA nerdy stuff in order to recreate the breed, essentially. So if they're able to find a dinosaur DNA source that is intact enough, somebody's going to do it, right? And that's going to be fucking wicked. Wicked. Because in that situation, go big or go home, right? As much as I disagree with it, wouldn't you? How bizarre would that be, guys? I would want it to be one that I like. Triceratops would be freaking cool. That was like one of my favorite dinosaurs growing up. What is the one that, oh, I can't remember now. It's been so long since my kids have been into dinosaurs. Um, I can't remember all the one that has like it has like the almost like a shell on it, and it has that like mace for a tail one. I can't remember what that's called right now. Can't remember, but it's really cool. But but those would cause so much problems. Even the really tall ones, and again, man, I'm terrible. Famous dinosaur dinosaurs. Okay, Stegosaurus. Stegosaurus, no, that's not the one I like. The Bronchiosaurus is the really tall one with a really long neck. Okay, that one would be cool. But again, where would you put this? Where would you put them so that they exist and don't cause too many problems? There's, I mean, you'd have to find a remote island and call it Jurassic Park. And then it goes open to the public. Then a lot of people die. Okay. And then what's going to happen? It's going to be a good move. Probably the best move ever. We change it to Jurassic World. People forget about Jurassic Park. Okay. That's what's going to happen. That was almost a Trump. That was almost a Trump voice. Brontosaurus, Ankylosaurus. That's the one I'm thinking of. Ankylosaurus. Yes. That one's cool, but that one would fuck everything up. It might not be the biggest one, but it's going to be beating the shit out of buildings and cars if it got loose in a city type area. T-Rex, obviously, people are going to be, worried about that type of one. Velociraptor, courtesy of Jurassic Park. People would be thinking about that one. But all it takes is a bad entity with the technology and the finances, because ultimately it's going to come down to finances, for somebody to make a bad decision and go, let's do it. Why not? And if they own property, there's a lot of islands out there, and it would be art becoming reality, as in the movie is now a truth. And rich people, we got a lot of people out there, these celebrities that just have a bunch of useless money, that one would invest in it, and two would invest money to go witness it. So it's scary because there's a lot of people with a lot of money that they don't know what to do with. And then all it takes is somebody going, let's make a dinosaur. Why not? Let's start off with something simple. Okay. Let's do one of the cute little ones. Okay. Let's do that. That'd be fun. Well, then they're funding that one, but they're also funding something else that they don't realize. And the scientists are working on two separate projects, not telling the investors, listen, I have it all mapped out in my brain. And yeah, it's scary to think about. And 20 years ago, I'd tell you, come on, okay, it's just a movie, guys. It's just a movie. Now it's a reality. Terminator, 30 years ago, would never have thought that would be a real reality. But here we are. Thailand has cops that are RoboCops. Come with me, criminal, whatever. I'm going to shoot you right in the dick. Isn't RoboCop the one that shot the criminal in the dick? I kind of agree with that. I got to be honest. Don't break the law then. Unless you misidentify somebody, then that's fucked up. Okay? He's brown. Shoot him. Oh, what? Oh, who programmed him? Some of you thought that was funny. Some of you did. You're like, that's fucked up, but true. That's the world we live in, sadly. But anyway, we're in a weird time in this life that we're in right now, because what we used to think was fantasy is becoming a reality. And then you wonder, like, how dumb. Yes, we're smart, but how dumb are we? Let's keep making shit. Let's bring things back to life. Well, some of them died for a good reason. And since those things died off, it allowed creatures like us, Homo sapiens, to thrive. Because we wouldn't have survived if we had a bunch of T-Rexes running around, or Bronchiosauruses, or Brontosauruses, whatever the fuck they're called. Right? What the Ankylosauruses, those things roaming around, the Triceratops, we wouldn't be able to have the structures we have if those things existed. Pterodactyls flying down, stealing your puppies, or dude, those things were huge. They'd be stealing us, grown-ups. We have hawks in our area, and our neighbors have little Pomeranian. Is it Pomeranian? Dogs, those little fluffy, cute dogs, noisy as fuck, but adorable. And the hawks fly around a lot of times, especially when they're outside. And that's crazy to think about. And I have a little dog, but thankfully we have a big dog that is, best buds with her now. So I hopefully Jet would take care of Juliet, and he would have her back. And, hawk will fuck you up, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about now. I'm talking about dogs fighting hawks. It's a new thing, okay? Apocalypse happens. That's how we entertain ourselves. If we do it now, it's just jacked up. But when there's no laws, yeah, people do whatever. They do weird things, okay? They do. Yeah, it got weird at the end. It did. It did. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm done for the week. Obviously, I'll be doing other things. I got a game tonight with the kids. By the way, I got to brag about my son. Um, First of all, the boys, the Wolf Pack, they won 7-4 on their home turf at Northern Lights. Very proud of them. They fought hard. Good pitching, good fielding, and good batting. And my son, JD, got the game ball, had some great hits, got the scoring rolling. And what I liked, I had nothing to do with designating who got the game ball. All we did as the majority of coaches is as the kids played, we would write down notes of who made really good plays, and then you reward them with cool baseball stickers that they can stick on their helmets. Like you get a fielding sticker, you get a batting sticker, or whatever, right? And I think that's neat. The kids are always like, I want to get a sticker. Okay. It's little simple motivations. But the head coach, Coach Carl, who does an amazing freaking job, um, he has all the kids go around, say something positive about, the team or an individual. Us coaches go around and say something positive, things that we liked about the team as a whole. And then Coach Carl, since we won, the umpire gave us a game ball. And he's like, this guy started off our scoring with massive hits. He played first base, and the first play to him, he made a mistake and dropped the ball. But he regrouped, learned from his mistakes, and was rock solid the rest of the game. JD, here's the game ball. And I'm like, oh, that was cool. Because that's all the coach, okay? And it's neat to see. And I told my son in the car as we're going home, I was like, and I told the kids all this too. I was like, you guys got to be proud of yourselves because you did great. You did really good. But I told JD, my son Jackson, I said, listen, in all honesty, good freaking job. It's exactly what we say. Uh, you make a mistake, you got to learn from it. And you did. I was like, the first one, it sucked. You just missed it. And the guy got on first. But instead of sulking, instead of going, man, I'm not going to play hard anymore. No. You nutted up and you shut up and you did your job. I didn't say that part, but that would have been funny. But he did a great freaking job, and it's really cool. And so many of the other kids, like, we're really working on the thing I had, and we recognize some of the kids for doing this too, is if you're in the outfield, you're essentially shadowing the infield, is what I want you to do. If you see the ball is a line drive to, let's say, either first base or whoever's covering the gap uh, between first and second, so the second baseman, if it's going in between there, you're shadowing, even if it's a grounder, you're shadowing where the ball's going because you're playing backup. So you're always moving in the outfield because you're always, even if it's looks like it's just going to be an infield play, you're rotating where the ball's going so you can play backup if need be. And it's really neat when you see the kids start implementing that. And one of the kids, he did such a good job with that, and he saved a run by doing the simple thing. And they're at that age bracket where, if you watch a MLB game, that's just stuff that they do naturally. They've been doing it for so long. They're at the stage now where they're learning these little skills. Like, okay, even though it's not obviously to me, I need to make sure I'm backing up my teammate. Because if for some reason he makes a mistake or the ball takes a funky bounce and he misses it, I'm there to help him out. Because this is a team game. And it was really neat to see that. Before the game, I had a group of kids where I was having them do that as a whole. I would throw these crazy grounders at them, and there'd be a line of kids behind them. And I said, what I want you guys to do, if you're behind the guy fielding, I want you to shadow him. If he misses the ball, you're going for it too. You got to be in the, you're not stuck in concrete is the thing I always say. Your feet are not stuck in concrete when you're in the outfield. You got to be moving. You just don't know what's going to happen. And if you can go in there, essentially save the day and be a backup, that's great. So anyway, I am falling in love with the art of baseball. And it's really neat because I fell out of love with it as I grew up. You know, I remember back in the day, me and my buddies would play baseball. It was in our rotation, whether it's basketball, baseball, football. And eventually it just became more football in basketball. Then eventually it was just football. So I'm glad that my son's into baseball. There's obviously still a lot of things that he can work on. And me as an assistant coach, I'm learning all the time on things to do and not to do. So it's fun. And it's neat to see baseball in a very pure form. We have a good group of parents out there. They might disagree with the umpires from time to time, but ultimately they do a good job. The umpires are trying their best. I understand that they're going to miss calls. That's going to happen. They missed a call last night. The kid wasn't standing on first base. But where the umpire was looking at it, he didn't bother to move and look that he still wasn't on base. And he was tagged out. It went against us. We're like, dude, the runner is not on base. That's fucking annoying. Sorry. But you know what? It is what it is. And that's part of the game. It happens in all sports. Referees, umpires, they miss stuff. They're human. And it is what it is. Go out there and earn some extra runs so you have some padding for those type of moments. But anyway, thank you guys so much. I know ultimately you guys don't care that much, but as a father, it makes me very proud. And since I have a platform to you know gloat, to sling praise towards my son and his teammates, and as well as my fellow coaches, Brandon, Carl, Greg, Chris, they all do an amazing job, and I'm so proud of every single one of them. So the season is young, and I cannot freaking wait for tonight, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully we don't get rained out, but you never know. It's that time of year here in Colorado. We're starting to get rain showers at random. Don't like it. Not one. My lawn loves it. I just don't like it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for supporting the show and making this the #1 rated comedy podcast in the state of Colorado. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button. Also, click on the like button wherever you're consuming this. Also, big thanks to Roof Goat USA. Check them out at roofgoatusa.com. It's the Huff Uncensored. Let's continue to move forward. I'll talk to you next time.